Hey everyone, it is RevTrev from Kempner Canucks. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Brock Boeser, and I believe that he is going to be traded at the trade deadline. And I know you heard that right. Brock, the beauty, the flow, the beautiful hair, the Canuck fan favorite, the guy I love watching as well. I think he's going to be traded. And it's not just a matter of if, but when. We only have a few more days to the trade deadline. So let's dive into this. And I'm going to talk about his replacement and talk about maybe what his value is around the league. It's going to be really interesting. I know that you might have mixed feelings about it. I sure have. I've been trying to figure out if we should or shouldn't. I'm going to hit the intro, and then we're going to dive into this awesome topic. So glad you're here. Hit the like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I know this is a tough topic for a lot of Canucks fans, so I'll try to be really sensitive to that today because I, too, love watching this guy play, and he had a monster year last year. I think he's got to be to be successful every year. He needs to be into the 30 to 45 goal scoring range each year. That's what I think his talent should be every year, barring injury, barring all the different things that are going on. And I'm not sure. He might make it there this year, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I guess the big question for me, and this is what all the rumors are saying, is that would you pay Brock Boeser $8 million times 8 years? And I know a lot of people are out there going, the cap's going up, Trev. Why would you want to trade a goal-scoring winger like Brock Boeser? Well, for me, it's the term. It's too much term for me. Okay, it's too much term for me. It's the 8 years, and so Brock is 27 years old. That means he'd be 35 when this ends. He's making $6.65 million this season. He's got a modified no trade clause, so there's a 10-team no trade list. So that means there's 20 some teams, 22 teams, is that right? 20 teams that are options for Brock Boeser to be traded to, and he's a UFA. And I think that the Canucks are not going to offer him those 8 years. Now, if they do, I'll be surprised because we do have some cap space. Let's talk about that right now. Our current cap space is $8.6 million with an expected deadline cap of about $10.4 million. You're saying there's money there, but a lot of things kick in next year. OEL contract the buyout we're still paying for is up. We just paid Lankinen more money next year. Drew O'Connor's making more money next year. Marcus Pettersson is making more money next year. And it's just like that money's going out quick. And I think they're going to make a move at the deadline to move some cap space or to bring in some players to help because the offense is struggling. And you're like, RevTrev, if the offense is struggling, why would you trade Brock Boeser? And I think it just comes down to the term, everyone. It just comes down to the term. Would you put it in the comments right now? Would you pay Brock Boeser $8 million times 8 years? I'm just not there yet because I believe we can get better value for cheaper, in my opinion. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so I'll show you a couple things. First of all, let's just go to let's just go to the stats right now. Okay, so last year he scored 40 goals. It's amazing. He was playing with JT Miller, everyone, and now he's playing with Pettersson or he's playing with Hedel, and it's just not the same. It's not the same. It should be the same, but it's not. So Brock Boeser this year in 50 games has 35 points, 18 goals only. I don't think he's going to make 30 goals this year, guys. He's got 30 games to score another 12 goals. I'm not sure he's going to make it there. Look at above, right above there, Jake DeBrusk, okay? 57 games, 21 goals, 14 assists, 35. Same amount of production. Jake DeBrusk, if I'm not mistaken, is making $5.5 million until 2023. He's 28 years old. So he's the left winger on that offense. And it's like, well, Trev, who are we going to get? You know what I mean? Like, this is the point. Like, we can get guys who can score that kind of, make that kind of production for less. I don't think paying him the $8 million. Now, I do like his shot tonight against Utah. Kept hitting the guy's shin pads. He waited too long. I think he needs someone to play with. I think a center is more important at this stage for the Canucks, and we can put people on the wing. Like, we could put Hedel on the wing if we needed to. There's other guys that we can go there, but it's not like it's going to be they'll get somebody. They'll get somebody. But I think we already have, in my opinion, we already have the replacement in our system. And that replacement is what, no surprise to anyone, it is Jonathan Lekkermäki. Guys, I think he is the right winger that's going to fill into this void. And yes, he's young, super young, okay? But he's making dirt cheap money, just under $1 million, $918,000. He's only 20 years old, and I just think he is the replacement for Brock Boeser. Now, I know he's smaller, but he's quicker. He has a great shot and release. And if you look at this, for example, in Abbotsford, and we'll just bring this up here. Where is that? Right here. Yeah, it's tough because when you look at it here, Ratu in 31 games has 30 points. Rolanen in 37 games has 28 points. You got Lekkermäki, 30 games, 26 points. But look at 18 goals. He's leading the team in goals. He's got 109 shots. I just think that he's the replacement. And then we can go get something of value, whether it's a center or maybe another defenseman. And it looks like Susie. There's a lot of rumors that Susie's getting traded. So I think Lekkermäki is the replacement to Brock Boeser. And I know that comes at no surprise to any of you. But I just think this contract and this term's too much. Now, if we keep him, I get it, and I won't be too upset. But you got to factor in he's slow. He's slower than most of the NHLers now. This is a faster game. And, yeah, sometimes you got to move players to get players. Maybe we move them at the deadline, and we don't bring much in return, but we go and get a free agent in the summer. There's all kinds of options. The problem is the free agent options this summer aren't good. If Brock Boeser hits the open market, you're going to be shocked at how few guys are available. But what if we move Brock, got some prospects and some picks, and we use that money to try to go get Rantanen? I mean, wouldn't that be like, he is, in my opinion, he's an elite right winger in the NHL. I would make a huge move for Rantanen. That would be awesome. I know that's a pipe dream, so that's not the plan for me. But boy, if you knew that we were moving Brock to get Rantanen, we do that all day, every day, even if we had to pay him $12 million. Or maybe the Toronto Maple Leafs want to move on from Marner, and we go get Marner. Or I mean, I know I'm kind of shooting for the moon here, everyone. So just what my point is that we are. It's that we have options. Now, whether we make the playoffs or not, if we're in the playoff spot at the trade deadline, that also determines whether we're going to move on from Brock or not. But we cannot, if we're going to move on from him, we have to trade him at the deadline. You can't get nothing for Brock Boeser. And so that is huge, huge pieces to it. Now, let me just bring up to, because you're just sitting there going, Trev, like, what does this team look like without Brock? You know, and I think it's just unfortunate that everyone's like, we need a power forward on this team. Well, we had one in JT Miller, but look at this, okay? So this is what it was tonight against Utah. And let's just be honest, completely honest about this, everyone. This Brock didn't look good tonight. Now he's got 2 goals in the last 5 games, so that's positive. But I was kind of hoping that he would play better on this line. I think Kiefer Sherwood, Jake DeBrusk, and Pettersson, that looks good. It gives it more balance. But I don't think it changes anything if you have Lekkermäki with Hedel and Drew O'Connor. Or you could put Garland at that top one and bring in Lekkermäki. Or you could have Sherwood play with Hedel and Drew O'Connor and have Lekkermäki play with Pettersson and DeBrusk. But I think you got to keep Sherwood and DeBrusk, who are stronger players, with Pettersson. He can't play with these. When we had Garland and Höglander with him, it's just too small of a lineup, right? Too small of a lineup. Or we could go and get ourselves another defenseman to come play with there, and so that Myers isn't playing on the top pairing. Yeah. Anyways, there's lots and lots of options, everyone. It's just interesting stuff. So I think he's going to be traded, no matter, even if I don't like it that he's going to be traded. I think I'm just trying to prepare myself, saying this is what's going to happen. What do you think? Post in the comments. Do you think he's going to get traded? What do you think he's going to get traded for? I think you'll be surprised what we get in return. And even if we don't get in, I think we'll use that money very wisely this summer and go. Even if we went and said, if you said, hey, Trev, we're going to let go Brock Boeser, and we're going to go get a Jake DeBrusk guy, even though he's streaky, he's still going to score 25 to 30 goals a year. I mean, and you were going to pay him $5 to $6 million. That's good value. That's good value. So I don't think that that's a problem per se, but I'll do UFAs, NHL UFAs. Oh, I put NFL. Whoops. NHL UFAs 2025. Okay. So we'll go players. We'll go skaters. No, I want right wingers. That's what I want. So Mitch Marner's at the top of this list. Let me just put this list up here. Maybe it's a center we go after instead. Let's go here and show this to you here. Okay. So here we are. Puckpedia. So this is the unrestricted free agents. Why is this not moving farther than this? View players. I think this is in my way. Can't see it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so unrestricted. So you got Marner, Rantanen, Duchesne's a centerman, Ehlers. I think he's a left winger. Michael Granlund, Tavares is a center. I think he's gonna sign for less. Marchand. I mean, after 4 Nations, he might be someone that people would be interested in. Zucker, Palmieri. They keep talking about maybe we're going to be trading with the Islanders get Palmieri. That might not be the worst option here, everyone. This might not be the worst option. But he's 34. Yeah, I don't know if we'll go do that. That's too. I mean, why would you trade unless you're just trying to trade for get someone for the playoff run, right? Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So, every time I go to do this, how do I get rid of this here? Let's do that and go back and hit view all players. View all players. Let's see what else we got here. Like positions, right? So right wingers, you got Patrick Kane, Mitch Marner. I don't want Corey Perry. Kapanen, no. Brock. See, Brock's there. Like, what is his value going to be? Oh, Kuzmenko. That'd be no. I'm just kidding. I miss him a lot. So yeah, Ehlers is left wing. Yeah, now we're in the left wingers. So there isn't a lot of right wingers available other than the big boys of Rantanen and yeah. I mean, Marchand, that's an issue. I know the Canuck fans, that's hard for you to even think about. It's hard for you to think about. Okay. Yeah, so, but I think Lekkermäki is the replacement. What do you think? I appreciate you being here. Watch that. Post it in the comments, everyone. And I love making Canucks content. I do post-game shows after every game. I love having Canuck conversations. So please, if you like Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, and honest, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'd love to engage with you on Canucks content. Have a great day. And of course, always, we're cheering on this team. I'll be here reporting whether we trade him or sign him or we don't, and we just ride him out for the rest of the year. I'll be doing content on that. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. And of course, always, go Canucks, go.